Oh, beasties, I got a big announcement you are not going to want to miss. What's up, beasties? It's me, it's Triple B, your friendly neighborhood bearded book beast. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another episode of A Beast Tale, where I chronicle my adventures as a booktuber, tell you about what I've been reading, what I've been watching, what I've been playing, what's going on with the channel, and just hang out and talk shop, talk books, and talk about whatever we need to talk about, including my writing, which brings me to what I said in the intro. I've got a huge announcement to make. I cannot wait to talk to you about it. I'm going to update you on everything going on with the channel and my reading, and then stick around to the end, and I've got a cool announcement I cannot wait to share with you, beasties. It's so exciting. But anyway, let's start off like we always do and talk about what I've been reading. So grab yourself a thirst-quenching refreshment like this Diet Cherry Lemon Sundrop. Oh, burns so good. Sit back, relax, and enjoy this week's A Beast Tale. I hope everybody's having a great weekend, by the way, and I hope you're enjoying your Sunday, or whatever day when you see this. I'm having a great weekend. So let's talk about what I have been reading this past week. Let's start off with my main read. My main book I'm reading would be Kingdoms of Death by Christopher Racchio, the Suneater saga. One of my favorite series, ongoing. I'm loving going through it. Love Demon in White. And people say that they really love Kingdoms of Death and it's their favorite. So I'm excited. So far, I'm digging it. I'm a little, probably like almost 200 pages in. Not quite. But I'm digging it so far. I love Hadrian, love all the characters in the world. I'm so excited. I love Tales of the Suneater Volume 2. Just finished that last week, so I'm excited to get into this and wrap it up so I can get this finished, because I just purchased my ticket to the the party in November for the book release launch gala party for Shadows Upon Time. So I gotta get caught up by then, because it's gonna be so much fun to meet so many awesome booktubers. Definitely gonna be doing some content on that. I can't wait to be there. It's gonna be so much fun. I wasn't sure if I was gonna do it, but I just had to. It's in my state. It's in North Carolina. Not that far away. I won't have to worry about a hotel or traveling costs or anything like that. So how can I not do it? It's going to be awesome. But anyway, loving this so far. If you haven't started Suneater, check it out. It's a really fun series. And I look forward to doing more content, especially once they get caught up, ranking the books, breaking down the arcs, doing some reviews on them and things like that. But I am loving it so far. Also, this past week, I was lucky enough to get a audio book of The Forsaken Planet by Brian Wilson, book 1 of his Power of the Stars trilogy that I've always heard great things about. Love the covers. Love Brian. He's fantastic. I've had him on Beast Friends forever. And he's part of the Fantasy Bookball League, the co-founder with me, and we're having a blast with that. But I got the audiobook. I've been wanting to read this forever, and I finally have started it, and I've blown through the audiobook this weekend. I mean, audiobooks are just so great, when you're busy. Used to, I'd be like, I got a busy weekend. I gotta drive the kids around here and there. I gotta do all this yard work, gotta get projects done in the house. And now anytime I have those things, I'm turning on an audiobook, and I love it. I'm getting through so many more books, and it's just been fantastic. So listening to this, the audiobook's great, but the story is awesome. Focuses on our main character, Colton Sampson, a youngin'. He's a college student working at a bookstore, trying to figure out what to do with his life. He's got a group of friends that he's close with, and they're just hanging out, and all of a sudden, friggin' alien invasion happens, and some aliens come some crazy things happen, and he gets sucked up into this wild, crazy, bigger than life space opera story where he takes off with some other friends and other people that agree to enlist and help go against this alien threat. And it's really cool because I feel like it's kind of like, I love to do comps. It's kind of like if you took, there's definitely some Star Wars vibes here. If you like Star Wars, there's some vibes with the Force, and Star Wars. It's cool. It's kind of like, but there's also some other parts of it that are different, and that's why it's so cool. But it's like if Luke Skywalker was the chosen one, like in Star Wars, but then instead of just taking off with Obi-Wan and kind of doing his thing, he went to like a Hogwarts, like Harry Potter did, to learn how to use the Force. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. But much more not like Harry Potter because it's adult and edgy and all that stuff. So really cool. I'll talk way more about it and give a much better comp and explanation when I do a review and finish it up. But if you like space opera, if you like Star Wars, if you like just a good story, you're going to love this. It's pretty cool. It's got a little bit of Starship Trooper. I don't know. It's cool. I'm digging it so far. I'm going to stop comping until I'm done with the book. But Brian's an awesome dude. Definitely recommend checking this out. Having a blast. And then nonfiction-wise, I've been reading The Empty Side of Our Bed by Bill Beckett. I, of course, loved his first book, Love, Family, Cancer. Did a review on it, had him on the channel. And this is the sequel where it kind of looks at... The first book talked about his love story and dealing with a spouse getting cancer and dying from cancer. And this looks at what happens next, the empty side of the bed. How do you go on with life? What's it like? How do you get through? How do you find new purpose, new meaning when your purpose and the love of your life is gone and you have to go on without them? Really just heart-warming, heart-wrenching as always. Bill does a great job just telling a story, and I just am loving this. So I'm just finishing it up, so I'll do a review on it again. And hopefully have Bill on again to chat sometime down the road. But this is really good. Check out his stuff, especially if you've been touched by cancer in this way. There's a lot you can relate to in this, even if it's not a spouse you lost. But if you lost anyone, it's just a great story. The other book I finished was mostly on audio too, and I had a blast with this. I read My Boss is the Devil by Ben Shankman, who I had on last week. Check that out. He's an awesome guy. We had a blast talking. But this was so much fun. It made me remember how much I love urban fantasy and how I need to get more of it into my reading, and I cannot wait because this was a blast. I used to love USA, CW, Sci-Fi, some of their stuff that was just had a fun mix of like action, adventure, dark stuff, supernatural stuff, all that, sci-fi fantasy, but it had like this hope and this, they called it blue skies kind of entertainment. And this had that with a lot of humor, hope, and just fun, but it also deals with some real things. And, we have our main character, Nick, who's a barista, 20-year-old some guy, feels like he's not going anywhere. Really nice guy though, but just not getting the breaks and things aren't going the way he wants. So he ends up kind of getting himself in the middle of a little situation, and next thing he knows, the devil approaches him and he offers him a job. Of course, the only caveat would be giving up his soul. So the devil allows him to do kind of a trial run, and all of a sudden his life is better. He's got more money than he's ever had. He has the time to focus on trying to do some good with what the opportunity that the devil has given him. And the story is just very interesting from there. Like, can you do good and keep your humanity, when faced with temptation that could lead you down a darker path. And it was just a lot of fun. So I highly recommend this. And the audiobook is great. The author himself did it, and he did an awesome job. Cannot picture anyone else doing the voice of Nick. So this is a lot of fun. If you love urban fantasy, check this out. Then novella-wise, I finished one, am almost done with one, and about to start another one. So I finished What Comes Before by Molly McCabe, who, of course, is the author of Dark Bloom, which you know I love, this zombie. I don't even know what to call it. It's just awesome. If you like Walking Dead, if you like a little romance, if you like some deep character work, this is your jam. But anyway, we're not talking about Dark Bloom. We're talking about What Comes Before, another amazing cover. And Molly's awesome. Had her on the channel this past week. Check that out if you haven't yet. But man, What Comes Before was so good. A nice, quick, snappy novella. Horror, psychological, messes with the characters, but also messes with you. It has a crazy twist ending you won't see coming. And it was just a blast. I enjoyed it a lot. Very quick read in one sitting. Check it out. And then I'm almost done with Skyfold by Tim McKay. He is awesome. And just happens to be a YouTube channel member. So check that out if you're interested in becoming a member. But he is the author of this beautiful book, The Fall of Sylvandria, which I'm going to be reading very soon, and I cannot wait. But Skyfold is really, really good. Definitely going to be doing a review on it soon. I'm having a blast with it. I'm almost done. When I finish it up, I will talk about it more. But it's just a cool world where it involves gods and cool magic system, and a small cast of characters who are so easy to fall in love with and root for. And I just am really having a ball with it. So it's very cool. And I highly recommend you check it out. Look for more info on it once I finish it up, and I will do a little review and all of that stuff. But I'm enjoying it. It's a lot of fun. You should check it out. And then once I finish that, I'm going to start Proxima Station by Mike Mullman. I've got a bunch of Mike's books. I've had him on the channel. He's awesome. Love him. He is such a good dude. So I'm excited to read this and then dive into even more of his stuff. But this one sounds like a lot of fun, a lot of humor, so can't wait to read it. I have not read any manga or graphic novels. I do want to get into it. I did read the next volume of Something is Killing the Children. Was so good. I blew through that. Love that series. It's so good. It's one of my faves of all time. But there's a lot of stuff I want to read. I haven't read any manga. I got to get back into all of that. So hopefully this week I can pick some of that up and read it. I'm missing some Berserk, Attack on Titan, Sakamoto Days. So many things. But yeah, haven't read anything. But I will. So that's what I've read. What's up, beasties? I got a few dollars in my pocket, and I just drove past a giant Goodwill thrift store that I pass all the time in my new digs. And I thought, you know what? Let's see what I can get for $5 at the Goodwill store. Come on, beasties! Haul time! Found a few books, and it was $4.70, so stayed under my $5 budget. So first thing that was pretty cool was I've always wanted to read I Am Pilgrim by Terry Hayes, and I had an old beat-up paperback copy. Found this beautiful copy. Look at that shiny thumbprint. I dig it. That was pretty cool. And 99 cents. Come on. And then I found a short story and novella collection from Ian Banks, who I've always wanted to check out his Culture series. So it's kind of cool. There's a Culture novella in this, and I can sample some of his work. I love short stories and novellas, so that was cool to find. I got a cool little hardback. My kids always loved the Catherine Applegate books. She writes some cool little kids sci-fi fantasy books, but this is called The Wish Tree, and it sounds interesting. It's from the point of view of a big tree in this town that people go up and make wishes to and tie ribbons on, and then a new family moves into the neighborhood and it notices that people are being kind and welcoming. It just sounds like one of those books that hits you in the feels and stays with you. So that would be a fun one to read for my novellas I read month to month. And then finally, a cool one. I've never read any Robert Heinlein. I found this cool copy of Stranger in a Strange Land. It's supposed to be the best sci-fi book ever written. So it says. So a pretty good fantasy sci-fi haul for book thrifting. Usually I don't find much. And I actually, there was a couple books I thought about getting to, but I didn't want to go over my budget, so I put them back. But anyway, thanks for hanging out with me, Beasties. Hope you're having a great day. What have I been playing? What video games? Not much really, but I mean, I've been playing Madden 26 and NCAA Football 26, the 2 new football games. Me and my son are huge sports fans, and we love to play that together. So we've been doing that. If you're not a football fan, this will sound really nerdy and you won't understand, but we like to start a franchise in Madden and a dynasty in college where you can play, the season ends and then you keep going and going. You recruit players, and then in Madden, the NFL, you draft players. And so we like to pick 2 teams in the same conference and play against each other and go against each other, but then long-term build teams, and we make ourselves the coach, and it's fun to try to find faces and stuff that kind of look like us. It's nerdy, but we have a blast, and you can't beat doing stuff with your kids. But no other games, but there's a lot I want to play, and that's something I want to do a little bit on the channel, sprinkle it in here and there, find some games that are fantasy adjacent or fantasy or sci-fi related, and just play them, not like do like a 20-hour playthrough or something like that, but just play for like a video just to try it out, show you what it's like, talk about it, have fun with it. I think that might be cool, especially video games based on books or related to books, and talk about how the game versus the book. I think that would be fun. So something you might see here and there. It won't become the main thing, but keep the main thing the main thing. It was from a movie. Speaking of movies, what have I been watching? I have been watching a couple things. So I am all caught up on Peacemaker. Me and my son watch that every week on Thursday. I love that show. John Cena is perfect for that role, and the characters are great. Writing's great. That is why I'm so excited for what James Gunn is doing with the DC. I loved Superman, and I always loved Guardians of the Galaxy, and Peacemaker is so good. It's so much fun. Can't talk too much, because if you haven't started it, I don't want to spoil anything talking about season 2, but man, it is so good. The humor's spot on. The action, it's just so good. It's so well done. Love it. And then I've been trying to catch up on Will Trent, which I really love this show. And it's based on a book series. I haven't read any of the books, but I'm behind by like a whole season, so I've had it recorded. So I've been watching them, getting caught up on that. And I love that show. It's really good. It's a fun one. It's like kind of, he's a detective, but for like a special not special forces, but like a special investigation group that kind of like help the police, regular police detectives and stuff. And he's just kind of an odd duck, but he's super smart. And he has this cute little chihuahua named Betty that wears sweaters. It's cool. It's a cool show. I like it. And then finally I started watching, I haven't watched season 2 of Arcane. So I'm rewatching season 1 with my son and my one of my daughters, and they haven't seen it, so it's the first time for them. And man, that show is just so good. I cannot wait to get caught up so I can watch season 2 or get through season 1 with them, refresh myself, and then watch season 2 because, oh man, that show's so good, so good, so good. So that's what I've been watching, and I'm gonna keep watching. So yeah, I'll update you on anything else that comes along. And what's been going on the channel. I had a great week on the channel. I had a couple of live streams. They were both awesome. Of course, I had Molly McCobb, author of Dark Bloom, on. We had a blast. She was one of my first ones, I think, last year on Halloween Eve. We dressed in Halloween costumes and had a good time. And I've kept in touch with her ever since, and she's just awesome. She supports so many in the bookish community, content creators, authors, readers, everybody. She's just awesome. So check that out if you haven't, and check out her books. Check out her group, the Dark Veil Society. She started with E.H. Bradley. Awesome authors all in there. Check out her YouTube channel, where the macabre things are. All of that linked down below. She was awesome. Had a blast with her. And then I got to talk to AJ Calvin, another awesome indie author. She has 11 books out already, which is fantastic. Multiple different series. I'm reading her newest book right now, The Wraith and the Revolution, which has a stunning cover. As you can see right here, look at that beauty. So stunning. And this is really cool. It's kind of got a little cyberpunk edge, a little space opera edge. It's a little gritty and dark, and I'm really enjoying it. The main character's stuck on like a destroyed, post-apocalyptic, run-down Earth. He's a scavenger. He wants to get off this planet and go, do other things. So he ends up kind of giving away parts of himself, literally, and becoming a cyborg. And the story goes from there, and it's really cool so far. So check this out if you haven't. But AJ's awesome. Check out our interview. And then I did a couple videos. I did kind of instead of a monthly wrap-up, because I hadn't done anything with moving and everything. I hadn't been doing my monthly wrap-up. So to get back on track, I did a summer wrap-up, which was really cool, and talked about everything I read over the summer. That was fun. And then I did my moving vlog. I did it in kind of a vlogish style while I talked over some videos and pictures, and hasn't got a ton of views yet. It's just how it goes. But the people that have watched it said that it was really good. I got some great feedback, which made me feel so good because I had fun with that one. People said it was cozy and heartwarming, and someone even said it's the best video they've seen in a while. I'm just saying. But that was fun. So check those out if you haven't yet. I've been doing, of course, a lot of shorts. My question of the day I do every day has been a lot of fun. I'm trying to figure out what to do with that exactly. I've tried on YouTube, I'll always just post it. But I used to do a short. I'd do one in the morning where I kind of said the question of the day. Then I did one in the evening where I announced the results and said what my answer would be. And I have fun with that, but it's hit or miss if I get a lot of views or engagement with those videos. I always get good engagement with the post. And then on Instagram and TikTok, I do a slideshow, get good engagement. But I'm trying to, I just want to keep experimenting with that to try to get, because I just love talking to all you beasties and meeting new people. So that's not going anywhere, but I might still try different things with videos and shorts and all that. But anyway, that's been fun. And then, of course, Fantasy Bookball started. I won my week 1 game against Noah's brisk reviews. Noah is awesome. Check out his Instagram if you have not yet. He's fantastic. But yeah, I beat him. And this week I'm playing Josh from Already Overbooked. And there'll be a short out sometime today updating people on how week 1 went and who I'm playing this week. And on Josh's channel, he's doing something cool. He is... if he loses, he's going to buy a book recommended by his opponent and give it away to somebody. So I said if I beat him, when I beat him, he should put up The Tomb by F. Paul Wilson, book 1 of Repairman Jack, to give away, because more people need to get into F. Paul Wilson, especially Repairman Jack. I'm going to start doing some content on that and some... just some stuff, some deep dives, so people can know about that series, because it's so good. It's awesome. I've gotten a few people into it already, and they love it too, so that's been awesome. But that's been a lot of fun. Yeah, so if you're into football, check that out. Follow along. It's gonna be fun. We'll do a meeting with the group probably every month, so after every 4 games or so. Look forward to hearing more about that. But yeah, it's been a good time on the channel this week. I've got this going on, and then I want to do my year anniversary celebration, look back, all that, what I've learned, all that stuff. That'll be coming out sometime this week. And then next week I want to get back to my Beast Tea Weekly, my weekly fantasy show. I'm coming up with some ideas for things I want to talk about and all that, and start doing that on Fridays every week. I think that'll be a lot of fun. So look forward to that this coming Friday. Writing wise, I've been writing a little bit this week, and it's felt awesome to be writing. Like I said, if you watch my monthly summer wrap up, I've got a novella I'm working on, a standalone novella, cool idea. I like to think of it as cozy grimdark. That's going to be coming out. My first thing coming out. I'll keep you posted and give you a more cemented timeline when I know. And then I've got a trilogy of novellas for really cool short books, novellas. We'll see how they end up, how long they end up being, but for a cool idea. That I'm going to have out. And then, of course, my fantasy book that I'm really excited about, that's going to be part of a series or trilogy. I'm not sure yet, but all that stuff is coming. And it's just felt good to find some time to write again and get rolling on those things. I've just been writing a little bit every day, and it feels good, beasties. So now it's time for my big announcement that I'm so excited to tell you about. I cannot believe it. You know that I moved to North Carolina, and after moving and stuff, there's two parts to this that are making this possible. So one, of course, just moving. We have a fresh start, new opportunities, and we're just in great shape after moving. We're in a solid place financially, which opens up some doors. And then at the same time, with moving to a new state, my kids are starting new schools. That can be tough. Transition can be hard. So with all of that in mind, me and my wife decided that it would be a great idea for me to take the school year off and be home for the kids, get them up in the morning, take them to school, be here right when they get home off the bus, talk to them about their day, do their homework with them, all those things. And then I can do all the stuff around the house that my wife, with her new busy schedule at her dream job, is making it hard for her to find time to do: the grocery shopping, the laundry, the cleaning, all that stuff. Doing all these things, being there for my kids has been awesome. Helping my wife out, take things off her plate has been awesome. But the cool part that I want to share with you, beasties, is this is going to allow me the opportunity, something I've always wanted to do, go after my dream of becoming a writer. One, and two, go full-time on this channel, focus on doing things with it I've always wanted to do. And then I have some side stuff I'm going to do as well. But writing, I'm so excited. I've always wanted to be an author, always wanted to write books. So I'm going to take this school year to go after it, hit it hard, and see what happens. And hopefully it'll go well, and I'll be able to keep doing it and have that be what I do. So that is my hope. I love teaching, and if I have to go back to teaching, that's okay too. I've also thought about starting some tutoring stuff on the side for some extra moolah and some other side hustles I have. But for now, I'm focusing on writing and the channel, which is going to be awesome. I've got some fantasy books I already talked about in mind. And I'm also going to be getting some things up and going. I'm going to be putting some things on Substack. I'm going to start a Patreon with my writing to get stuff out there. And maybe some things on places like Royal Road, things like that. So look for more information about that. Eventually, once I have everything cemented and a plan, I'll do a video that talks about how you can get involved with my writing and all of that stuff. But then also doing things on the channel I'm excited, I've always wanted to do. I really love reading vlogs where people do like a challenge or read a certain book and then talk about it and sprinkle in like stuff going on in their day or their life while they're reading it, and then talk about the book throughout the week and then update you on it when they're done, things like that. So look forward to a lot of that. I have a lot of fun ideas. And that's going to be a blast. So doing more things like that on the channel and continue to do what I already do, but adding in more fun things and being able to read more, which is going to be awesome. So I am just really excited. I'm also got some ideas because I love to teach. I love working with kids. I've got some ideas for some children's books focused on fantasy and sci-fi to help kids get into fantasy and sci-fi earlier at a younger age, which is awesome. But then I'm also working on a couple other things. I have some ideas for nonfiction books. I'm a stepdad to my oldest daughter, and I think that it could be really cool. I've been working on a book about for stepdads, about some of the things that I've experienced and some of my ideas, because I don't know how, but I did something right, because I have an amazing relationship with my daughter, and it's just really awesome. But anyway, doing stuff with that and writing some nonfiction self-help books, probably under a different pen name, but you beasties will get to be front row and center for hearing about all of that as well. I also want to write some other children's books that have to do with more things like that, like blended family. I've worked with a lot of kids that have mental health, depression, anxiety, all of those things, and coming up with some fun children's books that have to do with that, because I love to draw, but my drawings are a little more cartoony, so I would love to do some children's books for that, and then maybe start YouTube channels for that kind of stuff too. I have a lot of fun ideas. So in A Beast Tale, there'll be a section of it where I always kind of update you on how that journey's going. Of course, I'll talk about my reading and what's going on with the channel and all that, but then I'll talk about my writing and what's going on with my journey to make this a real thing going forward down the line. So that was my big announcement. I'm super pumped. Look for more information as time goes on. But for now, I want you, beasties, to be the first to know. So thank you for your support. As always, I'm excited to go on this new chapter, this new journey, and bring you along with me. So that's it for my episode of A Beast Tale. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you had fun. I will see you in the next one, beasties. Let me know what's new with you. What are you reading? What are you watching? What are you doing? And I'll see you in the next one. And until I do, divide your TBRs. Be brave, be beautiful to one another, and be beastly. We'll see you.